Problem in section 2.1, it asks to graph by plotting points. So the way we're going to do this is making an XY chart here. I've started with an X value. I'm going to pick some X values to put in the X spot of the equation. I'm going to see what that turns this whole right side of the equal sign into, because that's what the Y value will be. So when you're picking points, it's a good idea to pick some positive numbers, some negative numbers, and maybe a 0 so you get a good idea. So I'm just going to start with the number 1. I'm going to pick the number 1 to put in the X spot. So that's going to give me, I'm going to write my work here to the side before I get the Y, because it's going to get me -2 times 1 plus 5. So you have to figure out what that is, because that's what the Y value is going to be. So -2 times 1 is -2, plus 5 is 3. So that's going to be the ordered pair 1, 3. Because our X is 1 and our Y turned into a 3. So I'm going to go over here and plot that over 1, up 3. That's my first point. Let's pick a 0 now, since I said picking a 0 would be a good idea. -2 times 0 plus 5. So -2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. So that means our next ordered pair is going to be 0, 5. Again, because my X coordinate was 0, so that goes in my X spot of the ordered pair. And the Y coordinate that I found out it turned into was 5. So that goes in the Y coordinate of my ordered pair. So over 0, up 5, that's my next point. Let's pick a negative number this time. Let's pick like -2 to put in the X spot. So I'll have -2. In the X spot I'll have another -2 plus 5. So -2 times -2 is +4, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So my ordered pair is going to be -2, 9. So that means to the left 2, up 9. And that's enough to let me see where my line is. I could keep picking more and I'll just keep getting more points on my graph. So I'm going to connect my points now and make a line. So on your computer you'd actually grab this little tool here and do it. I'm doing it in a different screen, so I had to grab it to something different, but you would connect your points and that would be your line.